Hi everyone, welcome back to our English class. So today is my last class with you. I mean, last class as in the last time I'll be handling the whole batch, like the past few weeks. So after this, I'll be focusing on my own students, on my own classes, but my colleagues will be handling the activities that we're going to do next week. All right, please look forward to it. Anyway, just now I have given you an article to read. Actually, you have read it before, right? You have read it last week. It's actually from this magazine from my university. Um, it's The reason why I want you to read it again is just to refresh your memory. But today's focus is actually about two things, which is the coherence and cohesion of a text. All right. So what is coherence and what is cohesion of a text? So let's learn together. Okay, so this is the okay, coherent and cohesion of a text. All right, coherence. Um, Coherence is defined as the logical connection of ideas, meaning your ideas flow smoothly, right? Um, why don't we learn? Why don't we look at this together? Look at paragraph 4 together. I actually color code the sentences. As I think some of you already know that if when writing a paragraph, there's actually a basic structure, right? You need to have your topic, and then you have to have your elaboration, and then your example, and then your mini conclusion. Uh, I have color code them here in this paragraph. Okay, now let's look at the sentence in red. Being curious about the world and learning new things give you brain practice at forming new connection and memories. So this is the idea. So the author is telling you to learn new things, right? The tips is to learn new things to make your brain stay active or stay sharp. And then the second sentence, the one in black, is the explanation or elaboration. So the author is telling you what is how does learning new things improve your brain function, I mean your mind. Connecting what you're learning with what you already know can lead to new insights and understanding. So that is just the elaboration. And then look at the sentence in blue. Whether it's learning about viruses, a new language like Terio Maori, how to bake or how to ride a motorbike, you're using a wide range of thinking skills and keeping them sharp. So the author is giving you examples of new things that you can learn. And lastly is the mini conclusion, meaning the advice based on this paragraph. What is your takeaway? Right. So your takeaway is never too late to learn something new, and that basically this is how you write a paragraph. If you look at most paragraphs, they will have these elements in it. Okay, so coherence is when all of your ideas are connected to each other. Okay, um, look at the examples. All of these examples are examples of something new that you can learn, right? And then look at the conclusion. The conclusion is like giving you an advice based on everything. What is the author's advice to you? So the advice is learn something new. It's never too late. Okay, so everything in a paragraph must tie in with each other. It's not some you cannot say something that is too out of nowhere. Um, I know this is a very simple example, but when I look at students writing, coherence is actually a huge issue. So because when I teach students writing, I'll teach them these four elements in the paragraph, and students they just put in uh, any sentence, and because all right, I'll give the topic and then just mention anything as an elaboration, and then just put in an example and then a conclusion or an advice there, but it's not really connected to each other. Sometimes the example given by the students are not really supporting their topic. Okay, for example, okay, for example here, learning about let's say you give learn revising your revising for exam as an example, that is actually wrong, right? Because you the point is to learn something new. Revising for your exam is not something new. It is uh, is learning what not sorry revising and learning something new is two different things, right? So if you add revising for examination in this as the example, is actually out of topic. So remember, coherence is when everything is connected to each other, when none of the sentences are out of topic. Okay, so that is coherence. Okay, moving on to the next one, cohesion. Okay, cohesion is more technical. So when it comes to cohesion, it's more about the connection of sentences. Okay, look at the words. This is actually paragraph 5. Okay, protect it. So you protect your brain and your hearing, right? So look at the words that I highlighted. So to, for example, so okay, when you move from one idea to another, it's best to have some connecting words. Okay, let's look here. All head knocks are serious because they can have long-term effects such as fatigue, poor concentration, and depression. So, or therefore, hence, meaning that is the result. Because of this is what you have to do. All right. So just that small, that short word can have a huge meaning. It can connect these two sentences. Okay. And now let's look at the word too. Think about noise injury too. If you suddenly talk about noise injury, you don't without the word too. It's as if you just put a new point. It's just like you're jumping to a new point. But when you say the word to, you are saying, oh, just like the previous point, this one is like this also. All right, that's the meaning of the word to. And then examples and the word again so at the end of the last sentence. Okay, so all of these connectors actually plays a very important role in a piece of writing. Okay, this is what we call cohesion. We use we make sure the sentences are connected. So coherence is we make sure the ideas are connected. So cohesion is when we make sure the sentences are connected. So not just the linking words like this, there are actually some other ways to make sure the sentences are connected. For example, okay, now I color code in sometimes when the author wants to repeat the ideas, they use the same word, right? All head knocks, again the word head knocks here, and then to reducing the risk of further head injuries. And look at the words in purple, think about noise injury, and in the next sentence they talk about loud noise, again loud music, which is related to noise also, right? And then hearing. Okay, sometimes the author use repeated words to highlight, to connect the ideas, connect the sentences. So all right. So that having cohesion and coherence are very important in your writing, and also it's very important for you to notice this when you read so that you can follow the author's train of thoughts. All right, so now please answer a few questions about cohesion and coherence after this video, and then we'll move on to the next task. Okay, thank you.